story is brought to you by hiphopdx.com, and it talks about Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Now, I've kind of been following the beef here and there. Not really as much as I probably previously would have paid attention to these beefs. It's good for hip-hop, these battles. Competition is real. People want to see who's on top, who's spitting the hot fire, like Dylan. Drake definitely asserts GOAT status despite Kendrick Lamar's defeat. So, okay, is that Drake admitting he lost to Kendrick? Does he recognize that Kendrick Lamar won? Now, Kendrick Lamar, you know, high off the gravy train, just bought himself a $40 million house. Woo, that's a nice winning presence. You know, after coming out with these disses, these 3 disses, they were streaming multiple times on the big platforms, on Spotify, streaming on places like Apple Music, on YouTube, etc. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's going to generate some income. But Drake might have been deemed by many to have lost his feud with Kendrick Lamar, but the defeat doesn't appear to have dimmed his confidence. That's right. You still got to walk with your head up, held high. Yeah, I'm going to walk it off. No problem. And other semi-cryptic social media posts, since the dust settled, Drizzy seemingly attempted to assert his status as one of the greatest rappers of all time. Yeah. Even though you lost the beef, according to him and his admission, I guess, despite the defeat, he still says he's one of the greatest rappers of all time. Now, is that true? My pure hip-hop fans will get mad at me for saying this, but yeah, he's pretty nice. Stays consistent, always releases new music. Has some nice ones, some bangers that are nice. When they're nice, they're nice. And sometimes they're just okay, but he's constantly coming up with stuff, constantly. There's a lot of rappers that he's hopped on their track and made them poppin', made them sell more than they should have sold because Drake did that. Drake can do that for you. And I'm not even mad. Drake should do that for you, right? You know, that's why people pay Drake to be on their tracks. Alongside pictures of him wearing baggy pants and a Cartier sweater draped over his shoulder while watching his son Aiden's soccer game, Drake wrote, "Goats don't worry about one-trick ponies." Ooh, that is a jab at Kendrick. Is Kendrick a one-trick pony? I don't think so. Kendrick, I will say this about Kendrick. I think Kendrick is very talented. His wordplay is nice. Me, as a former MC myself, when I hear some of his bars and his delivery is really what gets me, because he can go there, he goes all over the place, and he delivers. And some of his songs are nice. Yeah, so okay, but I don't think he's a one-trick pony. He's got more tricks up his sleeve. But that's what Drake said, right? Goats don't worry about one-trick ponies. The Toronto native attended the game with Aiden's mother, Sophie. This is just the latest vague post from Drake after his feud with Kendrick fizzled out. Last week, he posted a picture on Instagram of himself at his Toronto mansion, which has been targeted by trespassers and even a drive-by shooting in recent weeks. That's nuts. Somebody posted Drake's address online. They posted his address, and that's when all this craziness started to happen, right? That's why sometimes you gotta leave that stuff private. And Drake goes, "The only yes man around me is my Rolex dealer. Oh, I wish I had that problem." It's possible that the post was a response to some of the claims made about the Over crew by Kendrick, who alleged on his diss song that there was a mole in Drizzy's camp along with numerous sex offenders. Now, do you think that's true? The sex offender claim, that's a big allegation. But do I believe that there might be a mole in Drizzy's camp? It's very possible. I will say this. When you roll with the big crew or a big camp, sometimes a person might feel a certain way. Maybe they saw that you were taking care of this person more than they're taking care of you, is unhappy for whatever reason. And were they day ones? Like Drake, likes to say no new friends. Are these all old friends? Or maybe you got a couple new friends sprinkled in there and somebody's not happy. Somebody reaches out, they start fishing for information. Somebody catches the bait and says, "Yo, we'll pay you this amount of money. Just give us some details. And we won't tell anybody. This is between us." Again, I'm just speculating. It could happen. Is there truth to that or not? Or you think he just wrote it because it's a nice line to write in a rap? It could be either or. Drake also removed his own diss song from Instagram, a move which was criticized by fans. This is true. One user posted a screenshot of lyrics from Drizzy's tailor-made freestyle, which he was previously forced to delete after being threatened with legal action from Tupac's estate, where he rapped. And it goes, I'm not trying to sing it or rap it or none of that, but it goes, quote, You trying to let this blank die down. Nah, nah, nah. Not this time, Ninja. You follow through. You following through. This line has officially aged the worst throughout the entire beef, they said. Another said, I'm O, Drake's best time in this beef was the little moment between push-ups and Taylor Made when everyone assumed K-Dot wasn't responding. I think once he realized Kendrick was ready to burn all the bridges just to beat him, it wasn't fun anymore. Laughing my blank out, whatever, you get it. Drake is widely believed to have moved on from the beef, especially after teasing another summer takeover. He released his latest track in the feud, The Heart Part 6, in early May, which was not well received by fans or critics. Drake is just like, well, whatever. You got this one. You know, you can't win them all. I won a couple. You got this one. But I still know how to take over the summer. Now that I will give to Drake. Kendrick is very talented. He makes good music. But can he release music that's going to get played throughout the summer? Make those party joints. Make those joints that you hear in every car when you cruise the city. Everybody has that track on repeat. I think maybe Drake might have a point. Look, man, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I already dropped one, and then I had to take it down because Tupac's estate wanted me to take it down, even though Drake purchased one of Tupac's rings right before he died. Have you guys seen it? I think it's huge. It's like a big crown. And he purchased that ring. He's a big Tupac fan. So out of respect to the family, he took it down. Okay, and then the last diss track he came wasn't received too well. People were saying, eh. Well, my thing is, okay, back when there was beefs, people took their time to write a song, to write a diss track. They had to make sure it was, you can't lose, right? It had to be career-ending diss track, right? You couldn't just write some stuff. Nowadays, rappers take maybe a couple of days sometimes to respond, a week to respond. It's very quick. It's just like a glorified freestyle, right? They rap it maybe a few times, but they really don't take their time to let it marinate and really... It's a little different. Is it enjoyable? It's cool. It's cool. I'll just leave it at that. It is cool. So what do you guys think? Do you think Drake definitely has a point? I'm not worried about that. You a one-trick pony. I'm worried about the summer takeover. You can have this. You can have this, right? Go ahead. Enjoy it. You got it. Okay, cool. I'm done with the beef. All right, you won. Okay, whatever. What did you prove? That you're okay, you won. But Drake didn't care. But if he would have, like, showed a little bit more, shown his emotions a little more, like, I'm upset about this beef, then people might have been like, okay, you see, that's he admits he lost and he's salty about it. Nah, man, sometimes it's good to play it off. All right, bro, you got this one. All right, good luck. Nice battle. Till next time. All right, so anyways, that was just me ranting. I do a lot of ranting sometimes.